It's 5 seconds. I think we're live. So, hello again. Now we're going to be talking about a game that we've played various editions of and we really enjoy. King of Tokyo is a game where you take on the role of various monsters rampaging over Tokyo. And it's been around for 5-10 years. I should have looked that up before we started this, but so it's been a game that's been around for quite a number of years. It's actually created by the designer of Magic the Gathering, and so in this game you're basically going to be rampaging in Tokyo, trying to either be the last monster standing or be the first monster to get to 20 victory points. So let's look at the game.
I did not know he was part of Magic the Gathering.
Yeah, Richard Garfield.
Huh.
Yep, he's also the one who did Carnival of Monsters and quite a few other games that we have. It's
Carnival
somewhere
Monsters.
there. So, in this game, so the way the play style works is it's very Yahtzee in nature. You're going to be rolling dice, locking dice, re-rolling, locking, unlocking, doing whatever until you've rolled a total of 3 times. Whatever comes up on those dice after you've decided to stop rolling, or you've hit your limit, is looking over there for something.
It doesn't look like the audio's working.
Is it not?
It's not fluctuating.
Oh, it's looking at a different audio, I think. This is only our second stream, so we're working out some of the kinks, so we're making sure everything's streaming correctly. Basically, once you lock in your dice, you're going to perform actions based on whatever the values of the dice are. We'll talk through those here in just a minute. You'll hopefully deal damage to the other monsters, earn victory points, buy some cool cards, and then hand it off to the next player. That's very, very quick how the rounds are going to go. So all the players are going to have these little boards. Let's see if little boards here. I'll eventually get better at doing this. Shows how many victory points you currently have and how much health. At the beginning of the game, you start off with 0 victory and 10 health. You can't go above 10 health unless you get a card that says that you may. You're also going to have a monster card that represents. Let's get him straight. Isn't he so cool looking?
That's Gigazor.
And anybody who's played the game before, the old edition, you'll notice they've gotten a lot darker, a lot more sinister. It's cool. It's a lot of fun, and they do add a new feature which we'll talk about here in just a few minutes when we're talking about the dice rolls. And then there's going to be various energy tokens that are in the shape of little lightning bolts. Show those off.
Now, in the original King of Tokyo, they were cubes of that same color. These are upgrade pieces from like Broken Token that was added into the Dark Edition.
Yep. And then we have different dice. Now, you're going to be rolling 6 dice normally, but if you have certain cards or abilities, you're going to be able to roll the extra dice. So we're just going to move these out of the way because they're not going to be used currently.
But I needed them for my explanation.
Okay. That's fine. So, on your turn, you're going to collect 6 dice, or how many ever dice you're allowed to roll. Pick them up, roll them. And then, based on whatever values come up, after the number of rolls, you're going to do different actions. So, I don't know why I just messed those all up. I'm going to grab this one. So, if you get 1s, if you get 3 of them, you get 1 point. If you get any additional 1 beyond the 3, you're going to get an additional point. We'll talk about the extra things that they do after we talk about the rest of them. If you get 3 2s, the same thing. You're going to get 2 points, but 1 additional point for every additional 2 you get beyond 3. 3s, same way, 3 points plus an extra point beyond that. Give you that back. There's heart symbols. Those will allow you to gain health when you are outside of Tokyo, because you may be in Tokyo at times and you may be outside of Tokyo at times. But while inside of Tokyo, you're committed to doing mass destruction and not worrying about your own health. There are claw symbols. For every claw symbol that you roll and stick with, you're going to do damage to all other players in the opposite area. So there's 2 areas that you're going to be in. You're either going to be on the board and inside of Tokyo or Tokyo Bay. They're essentially still Tokyo. Or you're going to be outside of Tokyo. So when you roll claws, if you're inside of Tokyo, you deal damage to everybody outside of Tokyo. If you're outside of Tokyo, you deal damage to everybody inside of Tokyo. And then the final symbol is a little lightning bolt. This is how you're going to obtain energy. These energy are going to allow you to buy these various power-up cards over here. Now, we'll talk about these in a moment. Now, with the Dark Edition, it adds a new feature for anyone who has played King of Tokyo. Tell us about them.
It adds the Wickedness track, which you'll see on this side here. So when you roll like the 3 ones, and you gain your victory points, you get 1 victory point for every 3 that you roll. On the Wickedness track, if you roll 3 ones, you gain 2 spaces up the Wickedness track. So say I rolled that, I'd move up to 2. Now, if I rolled 3 2s, I'd get 1 movement up the Wickedness track. Now, if you meet or exceed the 3 mark, the 6 mark, or the 10 mark, you get to have one of the tiles from that location that you surpass. So if I land on 3 or I land on 4, I take 1 from the 3. If I land on the 6 or the 7, I take from the 6. If I land on the 10, I take 1 from the 10. You only get 1. So you can't like double dip with it. In this version, what we're going to do is play with the red side. They indicate in the manual that if it's your first couple of times of playing the Dark Edition, to utilize the red side. However, on the back side, there is a green side. So you can play with that as well. That's pretty much it. Some of these powers are something that's constant that you'll have for the remainder of the game. Some of them are abilities that you can use and then immediately discard. It'll say it on there. So when we actually advance on the Wickedness track, we'll read them aloud so then you can find out what each of them entail.
Now, you said you can only ever have 1. I think you meant from each stack, correct?
Yeah, like 1 from the 3 stack, 1 from the 6 stack. You'll end up with 3 if you get to the 10.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure we verified that. So, once you've rolled and done whatever you're going to do with your dice, then you're going to deal the damage to all the players and see what's going to happen. Collect your victory points and whatnot. And then you'll have the opportunity to go over here and shop from the store. Now, is it 3 that's out normally?
Yeah, I believe so.
It's 3 or 4. We'll make sure we get this correct here in a minute. Basically, what these cards are going to do is they're going to have a couple things on them. Yeah, 2 seconds.
Yeah, it's 3.
Okay. So, at the top is going to be the cost of energy, how many of these that you must discard to purchase this. And then at the bottom, there's going to be one of 2 things. In this one, you can see that it says keep. It's not focusing very well, but it does say keep there in yellow. Basically, this is going to give you a lasting effect throughout the game while you hold on to this card. Others may have a discard text on it. We'll work on this focus later. Basically, once you purchase this, you must immediately use it and discard it. And then the text below will tell you essentially what that card is going to do.
And sometimes they're good, sometimes they're bad. Like this one is all monsters, including you, loses 3 heart. So when you purchase it, you have to immediately do it, and you lose 3 health. So it could make or break the game.
Hey, you know what? If I've got 4 health and every other player has 3 health, that's the perfect card I'm going to buy. So it does depend on the situation that you're in, which of these are going to do different things. Mm-hmm. As I kind of mentioned earlier, some of them are going to allow you to have extra dice. Some will allow you to re-roll dice. Some will allow you to go over the starting 10 health to go up to 12. Some allow you, based on certain dice combinations that you collect, to collect energy or get other victory points or other benefits. So we'll see when we're playing a couple games, we'll see what comes up and see how that's going to play out. Once you've shopped, at the end of your turn, I'm not sure the exact order. I might have gotten some things mixed out. If someone is in Tokyo, they may decide to leave Tokyo if they've taken damage. The thing is when you start your turn in Tokyo, you get 2 victory points. So the longer you can stay in Tokyo, the better off you are. So you really want to try to stay in Tokyo as long as possible. But you don't want to die in Tokyo because you can't heal. When you enter into Tokyo, you gain a victory point. So that means if you leave Tokyo and someone else goes in your place, you're effectively giving another player a victory point. So you've really got to make your decision on how much you're willing to push your luck to stay in Tokyo when you're inside of Tokyo. Once all those actions have been taken, you hand the dice off to the next person clockwise to you, and continue that same process of rolling, locking in dice, performing actions, damaging, shopping, and hopefully getting some of these wickedness cards. And hopefully whoever is the last monster standing or the first monster to reach 20 points will win the game. Have I missed anything?
No, I think that's it.
Okay. Well, we're going to go ahead and start a game, and hopefully if we get anybody watching, it looks like we may have one person, unless it's Amanda watching herself. Who knows? If anybody has any questions as we're playing the game, or if we mess something up. We've played this game quite a bit, but, you know, there's always those times that you forget little minor things now and then. So, Amanda?
I'm going to do a roll-off to see who goes first.
Okay, we're going to do the fist.
I got 1.
Ooh. Okay. Kind of wish we had the little camera here so we can, like, see our rolls. We'll figure out some better uses for this other camera. I got 3.
You got 3, so you get to go first.
So when you start the game out, no one is inside of Tokyo. But at the end of the first player's turn, they must go inside of Tokyo because Tokyo cannot be empty. Now, 2-player game, we're not going to be using Tokyo Bay, but in a 5 to 6 player game, Tokyo Bay is going to be available, and 2 people must be in here at all times. Now, that means if you're in a 6-player game and suddenly you've gone down to a 4-player game, that means whoever's in Tokyo Bay must immediately retreat outside of Tokyo. So, it's nice to have these options here to have multiple people in. It's a little more tactical, especially you might ally with the other person in Tokyo. So
now, when Brian finishes his turn, he will be in Tokyo.
Yep. So I can't attack anybody on this first turn, so I'm going to try to get as many points and as energy as possible. So I got 2 claws, 2 2s, a 3, and an energy. Claws do me nothing. Those 2s look pretty nice. I'll keep that. And I like energy because I want to shop. So I'm going to re-roll these. Claws again, and a 1. Not something I want. So now I'm on my last roll. I'm going to re-roll that since it was touching. Alright, so I did end up with 3 2s, 2 3s do me nothing, and an energy. So I'm going to claim 1 energy. I'm going to get myself 2 victory points, and I'm going to get 1 on the wickedness track. I can't buy anything because the cheapest thing is currently 3. Another option you have, I believe you can spend 2 energy to wipe the current store out. So if there's just nothing out there or nothing or something that someone else wants, you can kind of wipe it so they can't get a hold of it.
Yep.
So it's the end of the turn. Tokyo is empty. I must go in. Now I go into Tokyo. I gain a victory point. And now it's over to Amanda.
Come on, call.
She's gonna wipe me out. She's gonna get all claws.
Let's see, I got 2 hearts, an energy, a claw, and a 2 and a 3.
Well, she's cheating on me.
Hearts do nothing because I'm already at my max health. But I'm going to keep that claw and the lightning bolt for energy. So I'm going to reroll the other 4. Ooh, good. Got 2 more claws and another energy. So I'm going to reroll this 3. And I got a 3 again. So I deal 3 damage to Brian. I gain 2 energy. 1, a 2. And nothing over there worth 2, so that is my turn. Do you want to stay in Tokyo?
I am staying in Tokyo. I mean, you can't do 7 damage to me in 1 turn, not without power cards. So I'm going to risk it. So the beginning of my turn, I'm still in Tokyo. I'm going to gain 2 victory points. Probably the only time I'll gain many victory points. So, hearts. Tons of hearts. Not going to do me any good.
Yeah, because you can't heal.
I know. I'm going to keep this energy, though. The ones will get me on that wickedness track. I'm going to go for the ones. I like that they've balanced it out. That making ones normal in the normal game wasn't as enticing because, I mean, it's just 1 victory point. But the fact that 1 victory point, or ones give you a victory point, and 2 on that track, makes those ones a lot more enticing, especially early on. Rolled 3 threes.
I'm
Well, I'm going to keep the threes.
Those. You're gonna unlock your ones?
I'm gonna unlock the ones. I was wanting the wickedness track, but when 3 threes are rolled, what can you do?
You just pulled a Dustin.
And hearts that do me nothing. Oh well, the ones weren't gonna do me anything. I'm going to claim another energy. I'm gonna get those nice 3 victory points. Now I really want to get out of Tokyo and heal because I'm assuming she's gonna hurt me. Can't shop for anything. So we do. Did you like get one of every symbol?
I did. If I had that card, this card says that if you roll one of each symbol, gain 9 victory points in addition to the regular effects.
I'm glad you don't have that, because that would have been a power roll right there.
I am going to gain that energy. Do I want to claw you? Sure. Claw, energy. I'll reroll these 2 hearts.
Okay, that's energy.
Excellent. So I gain 3 energy.
Oh man, are you gonna go for that complete destruction since you just power rolled that this turn?
I'm gonna deal you 2 damage. And I am gonna take that card.
This fear you might. Now I gotta get a card to destroy that card. And a new one comes out. Because we always replenish as soon as something's purchased.
And I cannot purchase that. Okay. Do you want to stay in Tokyo?
I don't want this to be a short game. I'm going to leave Tokyo. Go into Tokyo, get your victory point. And now I really hope for all those hearts that I rolled last turn.
No hearts.
Okay, I don't like those. I'm going to take the hearts, the energy, and see what I get out of the other 3. Another energy. And 2 twos. I'm not doing 2 twos. I don't want to wear a 2 2. I don't want the 2 twos. I got 2 twos again. Apparently I'm supposed to wear a 2 2. I don't think you'd look very good in a 2 2 though. So I get 2 health.
You don't know. You have to try on the little 2 2 for Gigglezord.
We'll Photoshop it or something. Alright, so I have 4 energy. Now I'm in the realm of possible...
Did you heal your 2?
Yeah, I did. Okay. I'm up to 7. So these other dice didn't do me. These 2 dice didn't do me anything. What's this one? That is at the start of your turn. If you have fewer than 3 hearts, gain 2 hearts. That would work inside of Tokyo because it's not a dice roll. So that would be nice. I'm gonna buy that. I don't want you to get it. I don't even know what this other hibernation is. It's got too much text on it to read right now. I want to keep you from being able to heal in Tokyo because I won't do any damage to you then.
What is that one?
Herbivore.
Victory when beginning your turn in Tokyo.
To basically get you more points.
If you are in Tokyo and you roll at least...
a claw.
I can't tell the symbol.
Add a claw. Add a claw if you roll a claw. Okay. You do more damage. Did you get your 2 points for being inside of Tokyo?
I did not. Bloop, bloop.
Okay.
Claw.
Oh no.
Those do nothing. Energy.
You want to get that card now.
Yeah. So I'm going to keep the claw and the 2 energy. I'm going to take that energy. And I'm going to roll these 2. I'm going to take that energy.
Well, those rolls just basically buy this if that's what you're buying.
How much was it worth? 4. Then I will do that.
I figured you might.
And then 1 damage to you. And that's my turn.
Okay. Just to do a quick recall of where we are. I have 8 victory points and 6 health.
And I have 3 victory points and 10 health.
Okay. Come on, claws. There's some claws. And some 2s. Okay, yeah, I'm keeping 2 claws and 3 2s. Don't want that heart. I want that heart. So I'm going to not roll my last. So I'm going to go up on the track 1 more. I'm going to That's, yeah. Gain 1 health. Gain 2 victory points. I'm now at 10. And, Amanda, take 2 damage.
No. Bloop, bloop.
I don't have enough energy for anything, so that is the end of my turn. Are you staying in Tokyo after getting that smackdown?
I am.
She got her 2 victory points. She got 2 claws, a 3, a 2, an energy, and something. Heart.
Oh, I get to gain an extra energy when I'm in Tokyo.
Yeah, victory point, yep.
I'm going to reroll these 3.
You think you're lucky? Think she locked in 2 3s.
Come on,
she has 1 die to roll.
Dustin.
Now she's going to get a heart. 2.
Okay, but I still deal you 2 damage, but if I'm in Tokyo and I roll at least a claw, add another claw to my roll, so you take 3 damage actually.
Okay, 4 health. That's not good.
I will gain a energy, and I've got 3 to spend. What does that guy do?
1 victory point. Discard it and get a victory. Probably not really overly worth it.
You cannot buy this card while in Tokyo. You no longer take damage. Ooh. You cannot move even if Tokyo is empty. You can no longer buy cards. The only result you can use are hearts and energy. You know what? I'm going to spend 2 to wipe the board.
Okay.
Because I don't want you to get that.
I would have to get a lot of energy to get that. But it's okay. It's cool to finally show that off. So, monster pets, discard all monsters, lose 3 victory points, including yourself. Smoke cloud, place 3 smoke that involves some of these special tokens. And then freeze time. When you roll at least 3 1s, you can take another turn with 1 less die.
Ooh.
We've seen that one before. That's nice. I want to roll all energy now. Anything else on your turn?
Nope.
Man, I don't want to do you damage. I just want energy, which that's not what I got. But I got 3 2s again, so I'm gonna do that. So then I'll be able to get that. I'm gonna keep my first roll. I like 2 damage. I gain a health. I got 5 health now. I get 2 victory points. I'm at 12, and now I get 1 of these special cards. Tireless. At the start of your turn, gain an energy. That's kind of nice. Skulking, when you roll 3 1s, gain an extra victory point. That's not bad. Devious, gain 1 extra die roll each turn, so I would be able to roll 4 times instead of 3. And at the start of your turn, gain 1 health. Oh, man, those are all pretty good. I like the energy one, but gaining a health, I don't want you to gain the health, but you haven't even started on the wickedness track.
Nope,
So do I even? But I'm getting pretty beat down, so I'm going to go with Eternal. So at the beginning of my next turn, every following turn, I'll be able to gain a health. So I'll put these back. Gain my points. We've done that. You've done your damage. You staying in Tokyo?
What's your health looking like?
5.
I'm gonna stay.
Okay. Get your 3 victory points because of your ability.
Bloop, bloop, bloop.
What are you at? 9?
9. And 6 health. 1 claw, heart, that.
Try that power roll.
I was hoping for it. I'm gonna keep the claw and I'm gonna keep the energy.
So you got 2 energy and a claw. Another energy, another claw, and a 1. Another energy, 4 energy.
So take 2 damage. Take 3 damage because I had a claw, so it's 3 damage. I got 4.
The first one's actually 0. Everybody loses 3 victory points. It's interesting.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna actually do that.
Okay.
Just so I can knock you down a few spots.
Okay. You also lose.
I know.
She spent 0 energy on that card. It was a free card. But everybody, including herself, lost 3 victory points.
So now I'm down to 6.
She gets another card up, so that's kind of cool. Giant Brain. Keep. You have 1 extra die roll each turn. So, extra thing.
And I have 5, and I'm going to take that one.
Alright.
This is actually the first game I've played that I've had multiple cards.
Yeah. I was worried you were going to keep going for that freeze
I
sign.
almost did, but then I was like, an extra die could deal you extra damage.
Well, it's not an extra die, it's an extra die roll.
Oh, yes. True.
Yeah. But
it could
increases
like
your
if I
chance.
roll a 1, then I could re-roll that, and it could give you a claw.
At the beginning of my turn, my Eternal allows me to heal. Actually, at the start of your turn, if you have fewer than 3 health, gain 2. I don't know which actually triggers first, so I assume we get to choose. That's something we'll have to look up.
Yeah.
So I'm going to gain my 2 health from that. Puts me at 4. And now I'm going to use Eternal to gain another. So I just gained 3 health doing absolutely nothing.
You gain back the 3 I just dealt you.
I'm going to get me some more back, too. 2 hearts. Man, do I want to try this one and keep going up that track? I'm gonna focus on wickedness. Why not? It's fun to be wicked. All right. So I'm keeping the 2 ones, 2 hearts, 2 2s. Oh no, the 2 2s again. I roll a lot of 2s. I'm gonna lock those 2s and re-roll these 1s.
And he just re-rolled the 2 ones again.
You know what? I gained 2 health. That's okay. That is perfectly fine with me. And that is the end of my turn. I dealt you no damage, so you can't even escape Tokyo. So yeah, that's a clarification. If you don't take damage, you don't even get the option to leave Tokyo. So she's stuck there, which she wants to be, because now she gained 3 victory points.
Yep, I just gained my 3 victory points. Well, I will gladly take those 3s. And I'm going to re-roll the rest of them.
Another 3. Going for all 3s.
And I have an extra die roll, so I'm going to re-roll this 2. Can't heal, so that does nothing. Deal 2 damage.
Because of your
and I gain 4 victory points. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Nice. So you're at 13?
I am at 13 and 6 damage.
Ah, I don't like that.
That's my
no
turn.
energy? Okay. Beginning of my turn, I gain a health because of my Eternal. My other card does not activate because I'm not at fewer than 3. That was a sweet regen. Okay, what are you at health-wise?
6.
6? I'm gonna try to smack you a time or 2. Yeah, I'm gonna keep the 2s, the heart, and a claw.
Gigazord's not very
Ooh, there we go.
gentlemanly.
Well, it's a dark version of the game, so. Okay, I got 3 2s, a heart, and a claw, and another claw. You take 2 damage. I gain another health, and I get 2 victory points, and I go up 1 on that track.
Bloop.
Are you staying in Tokyo?
I am not.
Okay. And I go into Tokyo, gain a victory point. Waha. And now I don't have to worry about her ability giving her more smacks on me, so that's going to be kind of nice. So now it's her turn. There's the 1s. That's a lot of 1s. She has 3 1s, 2 hearts.
And I'm going to use my ability to reroll this one. Okay. So I heal up 2. Bloop. Bloop. I get a point. And I move up to Wickedness track 2.
Finally join us being wicked. See, it's good being wicked. You're bashing Gigazord, but now you want to have a part of it.
I'm just connecting with my inner Cthulhu.
That's true. Okay, I'm cool for that. I'm in Tokyo. I gain 2 victory points. And now, roll again. I'm at 14.
Me too.
Ooh.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna three threes right off the bat. Man, do I just... No, I need to keep the pressure on you. I'm going to keep that claw. Shopping is not important now. What's important now is victory points and claws. That's another victory point.
Dang it.
And... Okay, so I get 1 energy. You take 1 damage, and I get 4 victory points. I'm at 18 now.
Oh.
So, Amanda really, really wants to deal me a lot of damage somehow this turn. Oh, are you going to try to 1, 2, 3, all symbols? The Hail Mary?
I'm going to try.
I mean, you get the extra roll. You had an energy cube that you just...
Oh, I did have an energy cube.
Yeah, she gets a claw and a heart. Game's over. Oh, 1 more roll if she gets that claw.
Come on. Yes! Because of my complete destruction card, if you roll 1, 2, 3, heart, claw, and energy, gain 9 victory points in addition to the regular effects. So, 14 plus 9 is what?
It's
too much. It's too much more than it can register.
It's fine. You need to get exactly 20 points.
No. And then I get to heal 1. I get to deal you damage.
No.
I get an energy, but it doesn't matter because I passed 20. Victory.
You know, I liked this better last week when I kicked your butt twice in a row, and you went in and deleted all the videos somehow.
Oh, yes, because I'm tech savvy like that.
All right, another game or call it good?
I'm going to call it good because I won.
So this has been King of Tokyo Dark Edition. This just came out a couple weeks ago. Like I said, it's basically more of the same that you've come to enjoy from the King of Tokyo series. King of New York has its own little flavor. We've got quite a few of them over there. We still need to get to King of New York. That's the one I still need to get. I just need to order it. So if anybody is interested in playing this and happens to be around the Clarksburg, Morgantown area in West Virginia and wants to play it, once things go to some sort of normalcy, get a hold of us. We'll play, and hopefully you'll enjoy this game as well. Anything else?
Play more games.
All right. Bye, everyone.